Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Carmen McGuinness, and on this channel we discuss relationships of all sorts, including what I call the primary relationship, which is the relationship that we have with ourselves, the most important relationship of all. So today I'm going to be presenting on the topic that I promised midweek sneak peek on Wednesday, which is keeping it real during new love. And I'm going to be presenting a little differently today. Instead of using a PowerPoint, I'll be presenting off of a chapter that I've just completed for my book, Raising Your Inner Child. Now, these chapters are being released weekly, so if you're interested in actually purchasing the chapter, it's available for 50 cents on my website, and I'll put a link below, and the entire book will be available, obviously, in print or virtually when the book is complete, which should be in about 2 weeks. So here we go. So today, keeping it real during new love. Wow, if you're in new love, you are so fortunate because new love is just amazing. However, have you ever sabotaged a new relationship? Oops. If you say no, you're amazing or you're fibbing, one or the other, I don't know. Or if you really haven't, then okay, cool, you can just sign off of this video right now, not buy the chapter, you're free to go, just go home and carry on with your new relationship. But if you're like most people, you've either sabotaged or nearly sabotaged a new relationship. So let's just say you're in a new relationship and everything seems great. You've known each other for, I don't know, a year or two. I'm just making this up as I go. You started flirting about 6 months ago, and you've been dating or something like dating for about 6 weeks, and you became intimate about 2 weeks ago, let's just say. So the sex is amazing. Your head is a little light right now, like most of the time in the clouds. Your heart skips a beat when you get a text from him or her. This will be written to the him as if it was from the female to the male because I'm a girl. But him or her, you think of him or her a few times a day. Okay, maybe a few times an hour, several times a day. And the thoughts are very much better than a coffee break. So yeah. Okay, so don't worry. All of that's normal. None of that was an accusation. All of that is completely normal. It's pretty normal anyway. In fact, new love should be euphoric. If it isn't, then something's wrong. You're just not in it. You're just hoping that it is. But if you're not feeling that euphoria, something's wrong. So the question here today is how to manage that lighthearted euphoria if you are feeling it. And that's what really counts. That's what's going to keep you sane during this stage of love or romance or whatever it is. At this point, you really don't know. So the following is a little pretest to check yourself on the matter of how you're doing. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. And you can just think these. You don't need to write them down. If you purchase the chapter, you will be able to write them down and you will have the answers too. So here's the test. And this is either okay or not okay. Those are your two possible answers. Okay or not okay. Okay? So here we go. Here's number 1. Add him to your list of favorites on your phone. Is that okay or not okay? Number 2, purchase a case of Versace Crystal Noir after he mentioned that you smell amazing. Number 3, tell him your favorite restaurant. I mean, like, work it into the conversation. Don't just say it. Number 4, tell him your favorite vacation destination. Number 5, I love this one. Have a shower while he waits before a dinner date. Let him stay in the bathroom while you dry your hair and apply makeup. Very sexy. What are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6. Cancel a date with friends because he suddenly turned up free for the evening. Number 7. Cut your home workout short because he can't get enough of you and wants to head over. And number 8. Put it out there on Facebook that you're in a relationship. So, I'm not giving you the answers here today. If you want to know the answers, you can buy the chapter. But I think you could tell by the look on my face kind of how I was feeling about all that. Okay, so here are the tips that I promised in my midweek sneak peek. Now that you've taken the pretest and you kind of know where you stand on some of this stuff. And I promised, I think I said 5 tips, but I actually have 6. And I wish it was 7 or 10 because 7's a really cool number and 10 is a full number, but it's 6. I have 6 tips for you. So here's the first one. Friends, friends, friends. And I can't say enough about this. This one is very, very important. You have to keep busy, keep your life while you're falling in love. Sure, he should be an addition to your life. If he's not, then why do we need him? But he shouldn't take away from your life. And he certainly shouldn't fill it, complete it. But more on that when I get to the topic of boundaries in just a few minutes here. The important part here is that you keep doing you. I recently had a romantic partner text to ask how my day was going. And I was out with friends when he texted, so I sent him a pic of us all. We had just done like a selfie. So I shot it out to him and said, out with friends. How about you? And his response was, I love that you go out with friends and have fun. So men, real men, I mean, respect an independent woman. They just do. In my practice, women often say, he doesn't respect me. And I ask them 2 questions. 1, do you respect yourself? And 2, how do you demonstrate self-respect so that he knows you do? Keeping and enjoying your friends is one healthy way to respect yourself and show it. So, tip number 2, stay grounded in your work and your family. Life really is a multifaceted diamond. There are so many important aspects to life that all support one another. Loving one adds value to the others. So love your work, love your family while you fall in love. Or just have fun romance. When you're in new love, you will no doubt think of the new love often. This is normal, as I said. Daydreams at work, maybe over lunch with your daughter or mother. But it's important to stay grounded too. Be present in your work and with your family. Enjoy every moment in the now of your life. And you'll find that you enjoy your time with your new lover even more. So tip number 3, notice rather than avoiding. What I mean by that is keep assessing. People who say they don't judge are just people standing on a railroad track waiting for the double D to come and end it all. And I really, really mean that. We all make judgments every day. The point is to judge, but don't prosecute. Instead, just let it guide you in your decisions. Don't make the mistake of thinking that he's perfect just because you're falling in love with him. Instead, you should be falling in love with him because he's perfect. I mean, perfect for you. Nobody's really actually perfect, but perfect for you, at least for now. When you notice something that isn't quite perfect, don't avoid it. I'm certainly not recommending that you try to change him. That's not a good idea either. But don't sweep it under the carpet in your mind. What we avoid in new love, will be the catalyst for the end later on. It might take a few months, it might take a few years. So, instead of doing that, just notice it. Make a judgment and acknowledge it. If you're still euphoric tomorrow, it must be love. Number 4, analyze. Yourself, not him. But don't overthink it. That lovely little desire to see him often, what's underneath that? If it's fear-based, I just have to see him one more time and he'll see what a cutie I am, not good. When two people are falling in love, they see themselves in their lover's eyes. Through this, their own sweet self is reflected back to them. Seeing you, seeing me. It's the same thing that happens when mother and child bond, and it happens again in new love. We all learn who we are by seeing our parents see us, and in new love, it should be us seeing us as we are, reflected back to us. That's comforting. It's mesmerizing. Number 5, keep your boundaries up and your heart open. Most of us get this backwards. Why? Because we've had our hearts broken. That's why. We feel heartbreak. Our boundaries don't have feelings, but heartbreak we feel. But in fact, the reason our heart was broken was because we dropped those boundaries. So keep up the boundaries. Keep doing 1 to 4 above, that I've already mentioned. Keep doing you, and your heart will be just fine, wide open, safe and sound inside your boundaries. Think of the shape of a heart, almost like 2 circles intersecting. I wish I could do this better, but you know what I mean. Not replacing one another or either taking anything from the other, but 2 reciprocal circles merging to create something bigger than themselves. That's what love is. Number 6, manifest your dreams and desires, but no planning allowed. We must all follow the laws of karma. Toward this end, never ever push your own dreams and desires on a particular person. He's either the one, at least for now, or he's not. We must, all of us, respect one another in this way. Never cast the net of your own desires over a particular man. It's just not okay. So instead of imagining yourself in his arms, simply project love and romance into your world and keep your heart open to the possibilities. If he is the one, at least for now, he'll pick up on your vibration like radar, and the 2 of you will be making plans together soon enough. So, those are my 6 tips. In the chapter, I also have a little data sheet for you to keep track of your fantasies so that you can make sure that you're not losing yourself to what's going on as you go through this first stage of love. And until midweek sneak peek, I hope you have a wonderful few days, and I will see you soon.